Church, we have now come to the time of communion, where we share the meal that Christ shared many, many years ago with his disciples. And it's a meal, as we remember, that was not just shared by those who were really close to him. Yes, he was gathered with all of the disciples as a Passover meal, but he was also there with Judas, who would betray him. And so here that this meal, this communion, is not a test of faith necessarily, that you don't have to be perfect to come and share in this communion with us, that you are invited just as you are, that wherever you are on life's journey, you're welcome to partake communion with us. And that communion can look like whatever you have around. I had some leftover strawberry shortcake and some white wine, but it could mean donuts and coffee. It could mean crackers and soda. It could mean cookies and milk, even. And so, we will give you now a moment, if you haven't already, to go ahead and gather those elements that you might need to share in this holy meal. And so, church, we come to this table, to this communion table, as people with many different things on our minds and in our hearts, having done many different things today and will do many different things in the future. We come to this meal with all of us present, all of our faults and our joys, our struggles and our celebrations. And so here, that this meal is a meal of grace, that it's a meal where Christ comes and is with us in all of what we have and have done in life. And so, this meal is for all of you, that if you are watching this video, you are able to partake in communion, and so, receive, and come and hear the story. That on the night that Christ was betrayed, he was sitting with his disciples, with many different people, maybe even his pets around, and he took bread, and he blessed it, and he broke it. And he said, "This is my body, which is broken for you. Do this in remembrance of me." And in the same way, after supper, he took the cup, and he gave it to them, and he said, "Drink of this, all of you, for this is the new covenant which is in my blood. Do this in remembrance of me." We are told by St. Paul that as often as we eat this bread and we drink this cup, we are proclaiming Christ's death until he comes. And so, church, receive now Holy Communion. And receive the assurance that the grace of Christ, that the Spirit of peace and shalom, wholeness, is with you now and always. Amen.